Today we're doing episode 2 of the ultimate case study, how to build your ads. Welcome back. Last time we brought the man Lil B, Brian Wilkinson on with us to talk about the ultimate case study that we're doing through our new brand, well not new brand, but the brand that we've partnered to launch called Slick Products. And last week we went through mobile first design, we went through building the website, we went through everything that you need and gave you guys insight to follow along as we give you the ultimate case study. And today we're going through what we're doing to drive traffic to Slick and how we're creating some supply issues by selling a lot of product.
That's it.
So what we wanted to walk you through today was each phase of our customer funnel and the content that we went out and shot as it relates to each phase of it. So maybe first walk us through the relationship with Ricky, how we got there, and the shoot that you guys and where you went and what you shot with him.
Okay, so we partnered up with Ricky Carmichael, and he has a place in Tallahassee, Florida, so we flew out there. He has a private track where he's got a bunch of guys that come out and train. He actually started the place way back in the day before any riders really had their own private track, and just dedicated his life out there and trained, and that's kind of how he says that he became so successful, is I was the first one to do it, and I put in all the work and effort and made it happen. So
sort of dirt bike heaven, right? For a kid growing up in Hawaii, getting to go to Ricky's personal home track, so that was pretty cool.
Exactly. And he's got a bunch of different supercross tracks out there and outdoor track, and so we took our video team here, went out and shot a bunch of content. Really awesome place, great day. Did everything from action to interviews to a bike wash, and kind of did a walk around the property and just filmed as much as we possibly could to gather content.
Yep. So Corey's going to throw up on the screen right now a customer funnel that we look at when we think about content. So this will show you sort of every phase of the customer journey that we think about developing content for. So at CTC we get the benefit of learning by managing tons of different companies and clients and money across different platforms. So we learn, we have a lot of insight into what works. And so this funnel that you see shows you sort of from the top, the initial level, all the way down to the point of purchase, what is the intent of the content that we're creating. So for Slick in particular, the good thing about it is that it has a pretty clearly defined audience, right? Yep. We're not looking at a very general consumer set like all women or anything like that. We're looking for dirt bike owners and riders. Yep. So why don't you talk through the 3 audiences, or really 2 audiences that we created at the top of the funnel, and then I'll speak to sort of the content that we're using to drive to it.
Yeah, so for one audience we did was basically like a dirt bike audience, and so finding people that are interested in like motocross and supercross and dirt biking and ATVs and type of stuff like this. And then we also added in to narrow it. We wanted US only because that's where we basically ship to on our online site, and
no Hawaii, no Alaska.
No Hawaii, no Alaska. And then we also added in there basically trying to pinpoint more around guys that have interest in the actual tracks themselves, because just because you like dirt biking or you like supercross, you could just be a fan watching it.
Doesn't mean you ride dirt bikes.
Doesn't mean you ride, yeah. So that's where when we started adding in the tracks, it really pinpointed guys that if you're interested in this track, you must know or actually visit that track and ride on the
weekend. This is really important. So Facebook has interest demographics as a targeting mechanism that we all know. But one of the things I'll caution against is that a lot of these are really, really broad, and they don't necessarily connote connotation related to the interest. So as an example, if you looked up NFL interest on Facebook as an advertising group, it's literally hundreds of millions of people, right? Mm-hmm. So it doesn't necessarily tell you that this is a very hardcore fan that really loves football. It means that in some capacity they've either interacted with, talked about, visited pages related to football. So if you think it's about something like dirt biking, what we're looking for is not, to your point, people interested in dirt bikes, but we want dirt bike owners who are going to the track, who are going to be washing their bikes. Yeah. So anytime, what I would say is that if you're going to do interest targeting, think about how you take the broad group and actually denote the actual interest level. So as an example, we just did a project with a client for Father's Day that was a baseball product for baseball fans. And so for me, I went in and looked at the baseball interest segment, which is about 30 million people, and said, wow, That's really broad. And so what I did instead was made a list of publications that I know as a hardcore baseball fan, people only read. Fangraphs, Baseball Reference, Baseball Prospectus, where if you are following those types of publications, you are a hardcore fan. You're somebody who really appreciates the sport, not a generalist.
Yeah.
So thinking about how you can take these general interest categories and break them down into specific things like you did with the tracks or like we did with the baseball publications is a great way to do if you're going to do interest targeting, which is sort of secondary to the other strategy that we used, which was lookalikes. And maybe you can talk to what we did there.
Yeah, so then the lookalikes was basically we took past purchasers, built out this list, exported the emails or imported the emails into Facebook, and then off of those purchases said, hey, find a bunch of people like this. Because like 1% lookalike or something we do.
Yeah.
Then Facebook goes off of that to try and find similar similar customers that match people that have already placed an order on our site.
So with this, one of the things that's important too, a lot of times people take their entire email list and just upload it. But for Brian, who sells cleaning kits focused on dirt bikers, focused on ATVs, focused on cars, like understanding and being able to segment out your customer list and create lookalikes off of a couple of strategies that we use a lot are specific subcategories of product or your highest value customers. Maybe people who have bought more than once over the last 12 months, and you're then going out and creating lookalikes off of your highest value customer. So that's what we started with at the top of the funnel. And then in terms of the ad products that we created for the top of the funnel, what we're looking for, so in our prospecting segments, what we're always looking for is the highest click-through rate and lowest cost per click. Remember, Facebook's what we call pre-intent advertising. So if you think about what search is post-intent. Someone has gone in and typed into the platform washing materials or your brand name or whatever categorical keyword, so they've already declared that they're looking for your product. At Facebook, we're pre that. We're basically interjecting ourselves into your feed based on some interest that you've expressed. So it's really important that we think about not being overly salesy at the top of the funnel, but being engaging and hooking you in to the funnel as a whole. And video is great for that. And video is great for that because it has high click-through rates and low cost per click. So maybe talk about the videos that we use at the top of the funnel, and then we can get to what we do further down.
Yep. So we did a couple different edits of a product videos, more product specific. We also did a testimonial video of Ricky where it was a lot of him talking about the products rather than showing so much of the product, just kind of hearing what he says about them.
Yep.
When I think about riding, I think about, do it 100% or don't do it at all. As simple as to washing my motorcycle. It's really important to put high ingredient products on your motorcycle. And this is what Slick Products Off-Road Wash is. I mean, it is the best in the business. 3-step cleaning process, awesome, it's dummy proof. You got the off-road wash, you got the degreaser for the heavy stuff, and then you got the shine afterwards. So the 3-step system is really nice and super convenient. Slick Products, it's non-corrosive. You have these anodized parts and the softer aluminum that comes on these motorcycles. Longevity is really important. You're gonna get out of it what you put into it. You only want to put good gas in your bike, right? Well, the same needs to be for the cleaners too.
So those are two different ones we did. We also did a iPhone testimonial video, which was just literally shot.
From what's the guy's name?
His manager?
No, the one from the team rider that just won the day before.
So then we did a bunch with the pro circuit riders
Yes.
too. They had sent some in with Adam Cincerillo, and then
Yeah.
one of the other guys had done one. Joey Savacci did one. And
So we have 3 iPhone testimonials, which are literally just talking to camera about why you love the product. Like that's one thing we're big on here. Low production expectations from people on Facebook.
Best part of bike maintenance right here, washing the bike. I love it. Ever since I was a little kid, I always loved washing my motorcycle. But what's so cool now, check out this, my foam gun, all right? Slick Products, pressure washer foam gun. Dude, this stuff is awesome. It foams up really good. It's bio-friendly. Bike comes out unbelievably clean, makes washing easy. We all like it when it's easy, right? But nevertheless, man, I'm like a perfectionist when it comes to cleaning my bike. So this makes it easy. I love everything. The degreaser, I mean, they have a shine. It works so good. But nevertheless, this is the fun stuff, guys. So I just apply this, right? Then when I'm done with this, I let it set for a few minutes. Take this, take the pressure washer foam gun off, and then rinse it off. It comes out looking like new.
So we have 3 of those. Then we have the highly produced product videos. This is text on screen, value proposition, cool video that just says, here's the product, here's what it's for, here's the benefit. Really quick, and we had some different length cuts of that. We had a 45, a 60, and those are all at the top of the funnel, generating tons of great clicks. Then, secondarily, so if you move down, the beautiful thing about video on Facebook is it creates 2 remarketing audiences for you, not just one. You get everybody that clicks to the website that we can run as a WCA or website custom audiences. So you can take everybody who's visited your website in the last 30 days and now serve them ads. And then you can also create what we call re-engagement ads. So we can take everybody who watched the video and then advertise to them. So let's say they watched the video but they didn't click to the website. Facebook allows you to build that audience and advertise to them as well. So we know they've seen this testimonial video and maybe now they're interested a little more so, or they've been all the way to the website and we're looking to give them additional content. So now take us through what content do we have at the remarketing level for Slick right now.
So then remarketing, we have DPAs, just basically a listing of the products. You just send them back whatever they've
Yep, so
done on the
dynamic
website.
product ads that are feeds from what they visit on the website. So that's one type.
Yep, and then I think for the remarketing, we also are using those testimonials,
Yep.
like highly better produced ones to go after people. And
Right,
then-
so we have a highly produced Ricky Carmichael testimonial that's
Yep.
like real product consideration, very transactionally focused, not washing a bike, really sitting and explaining the benefits of the product. So not something that necessarily you would be interested in at the top where it's just Ricky and his bike, but a little deeper in understanding of the product. And then I think we also have just like review statements and product photos, right? So that's where we get to the more direct transactional stuff. So this is now, we've used video at the top of the funnel, we've brought them into the bottom of the funnel, they've been to the website and they left, and what we do is we hit them with a great review from one of our customers and a product photo.
Yeah.
So now we're really trying to sell, right? At the bottom of the funnel, we've moved past that consideration phase, that awareness phase, and we really want to move to being transactional. So that's sort of the whole funnel that we have of content in every piece, and Corey's going to drop in some of the clips as we're talking and pause us so you can actually see some of these videos as we're talking about them. So you'll get a great sense of what the content actually is. If you go follow Slick, you'll see some of them on the website. And then as we move into the later phases of this, you're going to see loyalty content that's about how to continue to care for your bike, how to get the most out of the product, stuff that are for existing customers as we move to the next phase. So we'll be excited to walk you guys through that. But that's what we're doing on the advertising side, and it's been super effective. So effective, in fact, that our biggest problem, and what we'll talk about next time, is locking your supply chain in place when you're ready to go scale and do some high growth advertising.
Yes.
Anything else you'd add?
That's all I got. Yeah.
Cool, thanks. Keep staying